what gives you confidence that you guys can get some more or some shot plays downfield starting this Sunday?
Yeah, it's one thing that we look back at the game, and that's we were limited in that area. We weren't able to take very many chances down the field, and I think if you look back, it's something that we wish we could have done a little bit more in that game. So I think we understand that. We understand how we want to play, and it's kind of where we're at right now.
What went well for you guys? Did you feel in the game?
What'd you say?
What went well for you guys in the game offensively?
Well, I thought we moved the ball really well. I think when you look at what we were able to do, we had longer drives, and again, going back to that defense, that's what they make you do. And I thought we did that at times. We stalled a couple times there. We went for it on fourth down, weren't able to get it, but we make one or two of those, and maybe that game is a little bit different. So I think we understand that, and we know what we need to do.
And looking back at it, what's your sense for what limited the vertical passing game the other day?
I think it's just the way they play defense. They try to keep everything in front of you, and with a good front and a guy like Aaron Donald and some of those guys that they have up there, that's just how they play.
I know you played last year against the Bengals, but how much more special is it for you, given that you spent your first 9 years there?
Yeah, it's I got a chance to go against them last year in Cincinnati, which it was obviously felt a lot different being there as the away team rather than the home team, being in a different locker room and all that kind of stuff. So, luckily I kind of got that out of the way last year, and now I'm just focused on doing what we can to win the game.
You don't feel that little bit of extra tugging at you anymore going up against your old team?
Well, I wouldn't say that, but I think I got to play him last year too, which was nice.
Was that a strange experience?
It was, and it was cool for me though because they received me well, and my wife and I, we poured a lot into the city and into the community, into that organization and everything. So I was well received.
Were you worried that you wouldn't be?
No, I just you never know how it is going back to a place after you've been there for a long time, and so and we won last year, which was nice too.
When you have to go to the second left tackle in a game and then the third left tackle, as a quarterback, is that in the back of your mind? When you're getting to the line and it's a passing play?
Yeah, I think you got to trust those guys to get their job done, and so I think for me it's understanding just playing on time. That's what I try to do regardless of who's in there, and so I think that's just kind of my mindset.
Andy, what's your level of familiarity with the personnel that the Bengals have defensively, and maybe even with Lou, going back to your time there?
Yeah, there's been a lot of turnover, on the team. There's not a ton of guys still there from a couple years ago when I was there, but there's still some players that are there. So, I have some familiarity with some of the guys, and not only on defense but offense too.
Andy, as far as when Justin comes in the game, how early do you know that script's happening? Do you know that script's happening, and how does it affect your rhythm as a quarterback when any quarterback comes in?
Yeah, we have obviously had plays for him last week, and there's times where he's coming in. Sometimes you're just waiting on the next play, and then he calls it. So I didn't think it affected my rhythm at all, and it was. I was able to kind of hop right back in there and just continue out there.
Is it hard to come out, especially when you're in the red zone like that? Did it feel weird at all?
Well, when we did it in the red zone, second time got down and Justin scored. So we're trying to score touchdowns. So that's at the end of the day, that's what we're trying to do.
You have a sense of appreciation for David Montgomery after playing with him in a game for the first time. I'm sure you liked what you saw in practice up until the game, but new heightened sense of appreciation for him after seeing what he accomplished?
Yeah, I've appreciated him from the moment I got here, and to see the way he works, the way he prepares, the way he practices, then to see it in the game. He shows what he's able to do, and it's been fun to just see just his ability and how he keeps fighting and finding ways to get extra yards and make some explosive plays for us.
What kind of advantage does it give you as a quarterback to have a running back tandem that can catch the ball out of the backfield? Because Damian showed that as well.
Yeah, I feel like we've got a good room with our running backs some guys that kind of are dynamic in both the run game and the pass game. So we're fortunate to have that.
Andy, how much freedom do you have to check to run when you see 5 and 6 man blocks?
Yeah, that's part of the game plan, what we have going in, and we'll kind of see how we want to attack these defenses and different things. So I think it all depends on the game plan.
Andy, you've been doing this for a long time. What is the key, when you have a game plan in week 1 that seems maybe a little extreme, like you said, you take what they give you. What's the key to pivoting and going, okay, we're on to week 2, the stuff we're going to try maybe completely different or very different?
Yeah, I think that's, in camp you have, you're trying a lot of things and you're putting in your whole offense, and then as you get into a game plan, now it's like, okay, this is what we're going to do this week. And then each week is different. You get the opportunity to put some stuff in that you like for that next week because the defenses are different.
Andy, on the first 4th down against the Rams, you had Cole Kmet open across the middle. I think a blitzer coming free, so you had to go to Allen Robinson right away. How did you analyze that play? Is there anything you wish you could have done differently that would have allowed you to see Kmet earlier? How did that play out?
Yeah, just the way things were. I mean, it went to A-Rob, and it was contested play, and unfortunately we weren't able to bring that one down.
Did the blitzer, was that the key to it? The guy coming at you in that?
No, I think we still had an opportunity, and we just weren't able to convert.
Andy, on the interception Sunday, I know the ball was deflected by Young, but it looks like where he deflects it, if it goes through, it's still going a couple yards behind Darnell. Did something else go wrong on that play besides the deflection?
When the ball gets tipped, things happen. Guys react differently, and so it was unfortunate that it got tipped, and it makes things look out of whack.
But he was where you expected him to be when you threw the ball?
That's exactly what I just said. When I let it go, I was expecting the spot, and he reacts once the ball's tipped and everything, and so it may not look like somebody in the right spot, but the tip affects everything.
And you mentioned about how the offense moved the ball really well. I think you crossed the 50 on the first 7 possessions. What do you think, though, is the key to finishing and scoring touchdowns after moving the ball so well?
Yeah, when we went for it on the 4th down, we had a contested play on the first one. We weren't able to convert. The second one, if I would have had just a half second longer and I don't get hit from behind, David Montgomery's wide open. And so, there's another conversion. So there's like little things that we can go back and look at to say, okay, hey, if we can do this just a little bit better, these conversions, then like I said, that could change the course and the outcome of the game.
Andy, you mentioned your familiarity with their offensive personnel. Tyler Boyd is a guy that's obviously continued to grow. What did you appreciate about playing with him?
Tyler's got a great personality and a great just feel for the game of football, and he has a ton of fun playing. And I really enjoyed my time with him. And he's a guy that's just got a great feel out there, great route runner, and he's always in the right spot.
You got a taste of Soldier Field during the preseason. What do you expect the atmosphere to be like for the home opener on Sunday?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of excited fans that get to be back in Soldier Field, and so we're excited for this home field advantage. Hopefully they'll be loud and make it hard for the offense for the Bengals when they're out there.
Were you surprised by the 4th and 15 call at the 10-minute mark? Did that get you off guard? Were you expecting that to come in, or
the 4th and 15 at the end of the game?
Yeah, at the 10-minute mark in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, I think at that point we were down several scores, so you got to be aggressive in that situation.